I have some disturbing news for you out of South Dakota. Take a look at this headline. AlternateMediaSyndicate.com is reporting that police are burning teepees, misspelled in their headline as TIPIS, belonging to people protesting the Dakota Access Pipeline, with a horrifying photographic depiction of the police brutality at the site of the demonstration. But take a closer look at just the photo, which I'm showing you here. Why are the police dressed in Civil War uniforms, and why are they riding horses? Well, it's actually because, we'll go back to the headline, AlternateMediaSyndicate.com is a fake news site, and this is fake news. Police did not burn teepees at a Dakota Access protest. The picture included in this article is actually from an HBO film. And the generic looking sort of clickbaity links on the side, if you're looking at the headline with us, could maybe be part of the giveaway that this is a fake news site. But regardless of that, the article that I showed you from AlternateMediaSyndicate.com has been shared on Facebook nearly 300,000 times. I've actually seen people on Facebook, friends of mine, post stuff from this website. It's one of the more popular fake or sensationalist, quote, news websites. And I think this is a good opportunity to talk about the change that is going on in terms of trends in fake news. Fake news during the 2016 election campaign was rampant, especially fake news that was pro-Trump. And it's completely plausible that fake news helped Donald Trump win the election. We know that fake news articles were some of the most shared articles across social media during the lead up to the November 8th election. And fake news is still alive and well because it is so profitable. Advertisers are paying a lot of money to fake news websites. And for the most part, the advertisers and even the publishers don't have political motivations. They're generating content based on what they think will bring in the most traffic. A lot of these fake news sites originate in some of the poorer Eastern European countries, the home of a lot of internet scams as well. And fake news is prosperous in part because we have such a media literacy problem in the United States, where people often don't have the know-how or even inclination to figure out whether the news they're getting is real. However, under Donald Trump, since the inauguration of Donald Trump, the left-leaning fake news sites are rising far more quickly than the right-wing fake news sites, including the one I just showed you. Stanford research has shown that before the election, it was the pro-Trump fake news that was dominating, and now it's the anti-Trump fake news that is dominating. And factcheck.org director Eugene Keeley said, whoever is in power is going to be the target of fake news. Before the election, we had a Democratic president. We had Hillary Clinton, the Democratic candidate, widely presumed to be the favorite and eventual winner. Democrats were, quote, in power. Now Donald Trump is in power. And I think there is a correlation between people who are gullible or non-media literate people and people who are blindly contrarian and conspiracy theorists. And the fake news publishers clearly understand this. Let's take a look at some of the most popular fake news sites on Facebook. We've got learnprogress.org. We've got abcnews.com.co, which is not the same thing as ABC News. We've got politicops.com. naturalnews.com, that's a favorite. We've got globalresearch.ca, humansarefree.com, thenewyorkevening.com, and, we'll just also go ahead with infowars.com. Certainly not a left-leaning fake news site, but a right-leaning fake news site. So I think it's really, really important, Pat. I've been talking about the importance of media literacy for a very long time, and it really had nothing to do with the specific trends of fake news, particularly now that we're seeing fake news grow on the left quite a bit. And now that fake news is being used as a catch-all, basically to just criticize positions that one doesn't like, I don't know that it's ever been more important, at least during the existence of the David Pakman show, for people to really understand how to fact check. And we've talked a little bit about sources that we don't use or sources that are on a list of be skeptical about, where we would not do a story if the only source reporting a story is on a particular list. We've talked about that. And I think it's really important for individual news consumers to develop some similar system for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, we have to call out fake news whenever we see it, whether it's coming from the left or the right. And I mean, there's so many crazy things going on within the Trump administration that there's really no point in resorting to fake news. I mean, we have his campaign being investigated for wrongdoing and collusion with Russia. We have his spokespeople like Sean Spicer and Stephen Miller just making these outright lies and misleading the public. So why is there even a point for liberal websites to resort to fake news? I mean, the real stuff is damning enough.
I completely agree with you. There's enough real stories that are critical of the right and expose why, when it comes to the Trump White House, the emperor has no clothes. We've talked about so many of them. There's really no need to go in this direction. I completely agree with you. And we are thinking about doing some kind of broader piece related to actual fake news. And I'll keep you posted on that if it develops.